All right. Well, welcome. Happy Saturday, and welcome to the cooking stream, Philly. My hubby and I are going to be doing a couples cooking today. So you join me on my streams, but we wanted to do this one a little different.
Be afraid. I have absolutely no cooking talent.
That's not true. That is not true.
It's very true.
No, it's not. You make great lunch wraps for us. We haven't made any in a while.
I make really good peanut butter and jellies.
No, you make good wraps. We're going to have you make one of your wraps sometime.
On a stream?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
They're really yummy. So today we are going to be making Spicy Tuna Poke Bowls, and it's one of my favorite things, and I think you really like them a lot.
Great.
And one of the I chose this recipe for many reasons. I've never made one. I've eaten them. I've ordered them. We've gotten them. In fact, I got a really great one recently when we were in Asheville at Rosabee's in Asheville down in the River Arts District,
right.
and it was really one of the best ones I've ever had. But I've never made them, and I feel kind of intimidated. And honestly, I've never made anything. As much as I love sushi and eat sushi all the time and love poke bowls as well, I have never made sushi, or the closest I've made is with making a summer roll, but then I used to cook shrimp. So I've just not done the whole raw fish cooking it. I know you're not cooking it, but you know what I'm saying, fixing it, because I'm a little intimidated. So this is definitely stepping out of my comfort zone.
So you're nervous about this.
So we decided a cocktail was in order. So we did make cocktails for
but I shouldn't be nervous because okay.
Well, but by the way, if you saw my stream this week, I was making watermelon cocktails, and I made and you were away, which was really sad, but I saved him a watermelon Cosmo. What did you think of the watermelon Cosmo?
It was good. I'm not a Cosmo guy, but it was pretty tasty.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
And then of course I made both the Cosmo and the Mojito. I drank the Mojito, saved the Cosmo for him. So today we used watermelon puree, and we made watermelon margaritas, and I made mine spicy because you might like things spicy, and that's why we're making this spicy. But I am nervous. So I'm nervous for a couple of reasons. The one is because I've never worked with sushi grade fish before, and I will say I did a little cheat on it, because one of my favorite stores that we've been talking about that's near us called Riverwards Produce, they have these. In fact, I'll show you, because that's one of the first things we're going to do. I'm going to get it out of the fridge, because this you should keep cold until you're ready to serve it.
You know what I'm nervous about?
What?
Slicing a digit off with that knife.
Well, let's not do that. That would be definitely a good thing not to do. So I did a cheat, and I don't know if this is available where you are, but by the way, if you're joining us, please, feel free to say hello in the chat. We'd love to know who's joining us. But this I got at Riverwards, and what they have, which is wonderful, is they have, and I don't know if you can see this. Wait a second.
Sure. Okay. It's cubed, right?
It's cubed already. It's sushi grade tuna, and it's already cubed. So I feel like it's a bit of a cheat because it's all set to go. And
good cheat.
And this one, let me look in here. Can you see the weight on it? I think it's a pound. So this is a pound. So for our recipe today, it's for 2 people, and we need a half pound. So we're going to use half of this, and then tomorrow I'm making something else with it. So I'm really excited, because you do need to use it quick.
Oh, so it's a half pound total.
No, well, this is a pound, so we're using half of it, because we're each going to use a quarter pound for our salad.
I thought you meant each bowl had a half pound.
Oh no, that would be a lot. Yeah, that would be a lot of tuna. So what I'm going to do first is I'm actually just going to divvy that up. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to go right down the middle here. I'm going to divvy this up, and then put this back in the fridge. So the recipe is a lighter recipe. Not that poke bowls, by and large, are a really
pretty late food.
Yeah, they're kind of a light food as it is. Let me just get these in there real quick. Oh, I didn't want that one to go. Get those. But one of my one of my favorite people that I like to use recipes just in our daily lives is her name is Gina, and she is the brains behind Skinny Taste. So if you look up skinnytaste.com and if you look up Skinny Taste on Twitter, she has lots of great light recipes. And she does lots of like our favorites, you know, things that we love to eat, but she puts her spin on them and makes them lighter. And to be honest, you know, I do that to a large degree when we're cooking during the week for us. Like I try to think, okay, how could I lighten this?
You cook very healthy.
Take away the calories. Like we do splurge. There's times, like especially in the winter, when we'll do like a braised meat or something. I'm just gonna pour some of this water off. And you know, and then we're splurging. Well, when I made like the, you know, paprikash and spetzels and things like that. But for like our weekly meals, we really do, and it kind of went on the top one. For our weekly meals, we like to eat a little bit lighter. So, so in any event, but what I like about hers, because I've used her recipes. In fact, my daughter-in-law. In fact, I'm shedding, so I'm going to just take this hair off. My hair is, Andy can attest to, is plentiful, and it also sheds plentifully. Let me wash my hands again. But she has great recipes, and we've made a lot of them. Like, I mean, I'm trying to think of different ones we've used of hers. I've used them for things from tacos to, oh my gosh, I can't think right now, because I literally have in my email, I have a folder dedicated to her stuff and her recipes, just so it's easy to find. So this is inspired by her recipe. The only thing I'm doing differently is I'm adding more vegetables to it, because you know we always like to veg things up. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this marinating in the yumminess, the sauce, and put that in the fridge so it stays cold. So that's the very, you're being cute. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. So I'm going, and I'm trying to think, because we'll rinse this out then. So to this, and Andy's gonna help me, right, sweetie?
Yes, I am.
So do you want to measure and I'll read off? Okay, so you're gonna use those. And I'm gonna bring over this stuff. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna measure because I want you to start slicing. We're gonna need lots of scallions. So I just want you to slice all these scallions. Now I know, since being as someone that doesn't do, I mean, you definitely know how to cut, but it is good to use a bigger knife than it's a sharp knife, because it gives you...
Just giving me the bigger knife so I can...
And can I give you one tip?
Sure.
So it actually, scallions are really nice when you cook them on a bias. So if you go on a diagonal and just catch up.
And how far do you want me to go down?
I want all of it. And then actually no, in this you're going to mix the greens and the whites all together. And go as thin as you can. It doesn't have to be paper thin, but try to go and take your time. There's no rush. So while he's doing that, I'm going to put together just a couple ingredients. We're going to be using some of those green onions in the marinade here, and we're going to be using some to sprinkle on top of our salad. So for the sauce that I'm going to be putting together, it's going to entail, besides the scallions, we're going to put some soy sauce. So 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Let me get the other stuff too. And also we're going to be putting in some sesame oil and sriracha, because it is spicy tuna. So if you didn't like and want it spicy, then you could leave the spicy elements off, of course. So first I'm going to get 2 tablespoons soy sauce. So for any of you that follow us, you know that, oh, we have some people there. Oh, hey, DS. Yes, it is poke this evening. Do you like poke? So you have to let me know that.
Well, I'm guessing.
It is delicious and healthy. And then, yes, I agree. The whole green onion gives so much flavor. Thank you for joining us. And I'm glad it's actually working, like, for the conversation. So we put music onto this because since it's truly a cook-along, a couple cook-along together, because I'm making sure Andy's getting his hands wet in helping with the dish.
With the blood, then
we decided that we're going to make it more chill and add some music. Because those of you that come to my streams, you know that when we do the cocktail streams, we do music. We do some jazz. Once when we were doing the margaritas, I think we did some more like Spanish flair music.
Yep. So how do I do?
Let me just get this in. So that was 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. You did great. You can just mix them together with your fingers. And then I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. Let me just rinse this real quick so I don't get soy on myself.
I'm tired. I think I need to take a
Can
seat.
you help read that while you're, because since they're all cut, you don't have to cut
Yes,
them all.
love poke. There's not much.
They're fine,
There's not
sweetie.
much I don't like.
Me too. So now we're putting a teaspoon of sesame oil. And one of the things I like that Gina makes all these recipes that are lighter but still super flavorful. And that's what it's about. You know, even when you're trying to just be a little healthier, I do not want to skimp on flavor whatsoever. Okay.
Anything else I need to cut?
Not yet, but I will be putting you to work for sure. Okay, so now it's a half. And if you like it spicier, you could add a little more sriracha. And if you don't like it spicy, don't add the sriracha. No worries, all good. We're gonna be using the sriracha to make a mayonnaise in just a little bit that we're gonna be sprinkling. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna whisk these together. And I think we'll take about half of these onions and put them there. And can you get out, oh, actually, no, it's closer. I'm closer. I'm just gonna use this. So you can toss it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put this here in front of you. Not yet. So let me just put this, drizzle this on, just gently toss it because we don't want to break apart the cubes of tuna. But we do want them to be tossed in this sauce so that they can kind of marinate and get all this yummy flavor. So toss those, and then those are gonna go back in the fridge. And I'm gonna rinse this out because we're gonna need this, because what I did do before we came on stream was I started making the sushi rice. Because sushi rice is a component of poke bowls. You don't have to have it as a component. You can definitely make a poke bowl that just has the greens and salad. So one of the things I mentioned that to Gina's recipe, I like to veg it up because we like to eat a lot of vegetables. So in addition to the sushi rice, we are adding, in addition to what's in her recipe, we are adding a purple daikon, and I'm probably gonna julienne it. And then I'm gonna add some spring mix. And I'm trying to think if there was anything else different. I think that was the only thing else different, because sometimes you can go overboard. Oh, and no mango. Because with a spicy bowl, I feel like a little sweetness is really good.
Good.
Great, yep. And you can just leave it there, because that way we can toss it later. You can just keep that like kind of
Put it in?
And put it in, yep. And now this is ready to go. So the next thing that we are gonna get ready is our sushi rice, because I do want it to cool a little bit. So what I did ahead of time, let me move this over. So what I did ahead of time, and I have the rice right here, is I rinsed the rice really well. I split the recipe. I just looked up and Googled how to make sushi rice. And so it's pretty much equal parts rice and water. Because there was just two of us, I didn't want to do the full recipe that I'd seen. So I did a cup of rice, a little over a cup of water. I rinsed the rice well, boiled it, and then kept it on a low simmer for about 15 minutes, then took it off for 10. So what we're going to be doing next, so I'm going to just actually take off the lid here. So the rice is all good to go, but it's quite warm. So what I'm going to do before I toss it is I want to mix together what's going to flavor that rice. So to flavor that rice, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be putting together 1 ounce of rice wine vinegar, not seasoned, because we're going to be seasoning it. So I'm going to do 1 ounce. Let me make sure I read that right. Oh, it's new, so that would help if I
You know, it's not going to work well when there's a...
I know. It's silly. So you help me make sure.
Nice kitchen.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We did some work in it last summer.
Last summer?
It was last summer that we did the backsplash, because
So the backsplash and this.
When we moved here,
Overhang. So.
tell why I'm measuring.
So everything was the black granite over here also. So, and there was no overhang, so we couldn't have stools. So we just actually elongated it and
Found it useful.
And so now we have stools at the sink area. So yeah, it works well.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we wanted a backsplash because it was just the white wall, and that way it kind of brought some visual interest. So I put 1 ounce of unseasoned rice vinegar. And then to that, I'm gonna be adding 2 teaspoons of sugar. So a little sweetness. Okay, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Can you put that back in the cup?
Yep.
There we go. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to stir this, but I'm going to heat it because I need this to dissolve. Now you could use honey or agave if you wanted to. So I'm going to have you watch that if you could.
Okay. What am I looking for?
I'm just gonna, we just need to dissolve. So the heat, when you heat something up, it helps liquids, it gives liquids the better ability, yeah, to dissolve. Actually, that was from science class. Remember, like having to make solutions, and when you heated solutions, you could put more of whatever you were dissolving into it. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. So while we're waiting for that, so you can use this, just either of these to stir. And I would just check it after maybe once at 30 seconds and stir a little bit. So while Andy's doing that, I'm gonna make the Sriracha Mayo, which we will be drizzling on top, just so that's all set.
Wow,
and well, it's gonna help season our rice. So we have sushi rice. So for our Sriracha Mayo, all we're doing is combining Sriracha and mayonnaise. Now, I know that QP mayo is big on the internet right now. Like everyone's talking about QP mayo. I do not have QP mayo. I would love to try it sometime. DS, have you ever tried QP mayo? I know, puppy is QP.
QP?
K-E-W-P-I-E, or it's QPI. Do you know how you say it? I'm not sure if it's QP or QPI. Yes, that's Shelby. Shelby's our old girl, right? Shelby. She loves that she. You just called her puppy though, right? She gave me a little wink. She's 12 and a half.
There you go.
Oh, shush. He's teasing. So it's just equal amounts of.
She was 8 the other day.
It's equal amounts. Well, I wish I was younger too, right? Doesn't everybody? So just equal amounts of mayo and sriracha. Again, if you like it less spicy, and I take that back, not equal amounts. I was thinking because they're both 2 tablespoons to 2 teaspoons, but you could make it spicier or less spicy depending what you like. So I'm actually going to measure so I don't know. I can eyeball this. 1, 2, and then I'll do a little bit less, and then we're going to actually thin it out with water so that we can drizzle it. Okay, there we go.
It's a good amount of sriracha.
Yeah, but it's a drizzle. So now, and it's funny that he just said that because he is known for when we make, what do we make, those spicy Korean beef bowls, and we use, and I can never say it, gochujang.
Yeah. I go crazy.
And he goes crazy. So not only is the beef spicy, but then he takes the gochujang and he's like, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna blow your socks off.
I sweat after I eat that.
But that's what's great about spicy.
Great, yeah.
Yes, Japanese mayo. You're exactly right. Let me just taste, and I'm gonna thin it.
Can I taste?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. I think that's perfect. Because we're just drizzling.
Yeah.
We're just drizzling. Okay, so I'm just gonna, whoops. Let me use this to.
Let's have a little heat.
A nice little heat. So I'm just thinning this out because I want to be able to drizzle. So DS, what do you like to eat in the summer? Like, what's your go-to? Because it's been so hot lately, and I did not want to. I mean, it was all I could do to turn on the stove to, get the rice cooked, but it's just I certainly do not like cooking a lot. Turning on the stove. Now back in the suburbs, we would grill a lot because then at least you could do that outside. So I think that looks about right.
That's the one thing I miss.
Yeah, this looks good. So you can see here, we just mixed the mayo, the sriracha, we thinned it out, so we'll be able to drizzle. So we'll set this aside. And is everything all set with the seasoned vinegar?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Okay. I'm gonna have you hold this.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do next is I'm going to take out my rice. And it's gonna be pretty amalgamous. Perfect. Can you get out a fork? Because I want to separate it a little bit. And I'm just going to toss it with, there we go, fluff it up a little bit. And then I'm going to gently fold in the seasoning just to kind of distribute it so that it flavors all the rice.
So what's the difference? I missed. What's the difference between this rice and just regular rice?
Sushi rice, because there actually is a sushi rice that you purchase in the store called Sushi Rice. And mainly it's very short-grained and it's stickier.
Okay.
So,
gotcha.
Let's see. Asian cuisine is one of my top 3 favorite foods. I'm with you. We love it. And actually, a newer cuisine that I was less familiar with.
Cynthia said, poke is fantastic, great salad, sushi. That's what we eat during the summer.
Absolutely. I agree with you. And something newer to me that I was making a lot of last year, because I think it was last summer that I had my first one, was Vietnamese. I hadn't had a lot of Vietnamese food.
Yeah.
And some of their vermicelli bowls, oh my gosh, what we say, because we've gotten in the city sometimes, although the best place I've had was actually way out by where, in the mountains, and it's not Hawley, but it's one of those, I think it's the other H town. I can't think of the other H town that's over out in the mountains. Do you remember what that one is? But anyways, they had a lemongrass beef vermicelli bowl, and it was ridiculous. It was so delicious. But what I loved is half of it was salad. So you weren't there that time.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
And I felt like I could enjoy this delicious meal, and it wasn't heavy. And that's one of the things I like about Vietnamese food, because it's just lighter. So you see, I'm just kind of tossing it, getting it all flavored.
Just mixing the vinegar.
And then we'll let this sit until it's time. And you want the rice warm, because what you want in a poke bowl is the contrast of warm rice to the cold tuna. Like that kind of gives you a nice temperature contrast. So let me just make sure it's all. Now, if I did this the Asian, the Japanese way, they do it over, I think it's a wood bowl or it's bamboo. I mean, there's like a whole method, but this is just, this is what I got. So, all right. Okay.
So what's next?
Okay, so I'm going to have you put this back on, just like this.
Sure.
Back on the cutting board over there. Thank you. So now we're just going to get the rest of our salad stuff prepped so that we're ready to go. Actually, you know what? Would you do me a favor? Would you toss the tuna a little bit first? Mm-hmm. The reason I'm having him toss the tuna a little bit is because since this is a quick marinade, I know that there's some tuna below that's getting all that yumminess. And I figure let's toss it so that we can share the love and get all that yumminess on everything. The other thing you could add to this if you really want to spice it up, because we do have sriracha in there, is you could add a hot chili in there too to get a little of that. So that's so what I love is that you can kind of you can make it your own and how you like things. By the way, this is not that spicy. I might add another little.
You're drinking it very slowly.
Well, I'm trying to multitask, and you know I do that so well, don't I?
Well.
Not so much, right?
Not so much.
Okay, so all we're going to do right now then is we're going to get our veggies ready and put this away.
All right, good?
Yeah, and I'll keep this open for you. I'll put it in for some reason.
I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay. I need these. Okay. So I'm going to have you just push, if I can do this, I'm going to put these over here so they're set to go. Putting the green onions and clearing your space. I can smell those green onions. And then I'm going to have you just take each of these, cut off the ends, and then just thin slices, and then just once you get some in there, you can pile them up. Okay.
So do you care angle or no angle, just straight?
I would do straight with these, just because they're easier to pick up with our chopsticks. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of this daikon sliced. Ooh, that's pretty. I love color, and so these I made.
Do you want it thin, or can it be more?
Yeah, it can be more, but that's great. It can be a little more, so it's easier to get with our chopsticks. So this is a purple daikon. So I'm just going to slice this. Should I do this in half? Do you think for our chopsticks, or do you want them whole? It's kind of radishy. It's kind of like a radishy.
It's up to you.
Okay. is going to be beautiful.
Oh, run away.
I forget, someone posted something this week, and we were talking about how you eat with your eyes first. So I just feel like that's really important. And I think this is all we need of that. So I'm going to stop there. And I am going to cut these in half, actually, because they're getting big. So I'm just having this purple daikon cut in half, so it'll be easy to get with our chopsticks. This is going to be delicious. And then I'm going to get this mango cut. So mango is a bit of a bear to cut, I will say. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. Do you have a garden? No. So I grow herbs, but we don't even have a patio here in the city. So in the suburbs, I had all of my herbs outside, and there was a couple times that I did, besides like planting flowers, I did try tomatoes, but they didn't grow well because I don't think we had enough
sandy
sun.
soil.
And also there wasn't
the soil
enough sun.
that we had in the house
In Jersey.
in the suburbs.
Yeah.
It was a very sandy soil, so it was tough to grow. It was tough to grow a lot of stuff. But,
Herbs worked.
yeah, herbs worked, and we have obviously worked with the plants and so forth, but from a garden standpoint, it was a little bit more difficult.
It was a little tougher. So this is a champagne mango, and this was nice and ripe at the market. I know, it's fancy. So I'm just going to do the method of, mangoes are slippery little suckers. I'm just doing the method of scoring it and then kind of getting those off. And see, I scored right through, so I didn't do that very well. I just want some little cubes of mango. I did not do that well at all, babe. But so what I do is I like to have winter and spring and summer. I like to have an herb garden, so I do different herbs depending. Yeah, these are good. So the market near us, DS, is amazing.
Tasty.
Aren't those good? A little Persian. Cucumbers. But honestly, you can do any vegetables that you want in here that you liked. Carrots would be good. Regular radishes would be great. Oh, edamame. Actually, I was going to do edamame. I totally forgot to defrost the edamame. Oh, well. We'll have edamame another time.
Do you have edamame?
Yeah, but it's frozen. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, well. I just threw a good one down the dirty sink. I would need that. Sink is like the dirtiest place. Yeah. Sinks can be dirty places. Yeah, I have frozen edamame, but I totally forgot to. And it's already shelled. So it'd be easy.
So I do okay with these?
You did great. So put them in a pile, and then would you get out the spring lettuce that's at the top in the fridge? Because I'm going to have you take a nice bunch and put that right there in the middle. So you can see I'm just doing this and cutting these right off. This time I didn't cut all the way through, which made it a bit of a problem the first time. And I don't know if these are, it was funny because I think these mangoes were called something different at the market, but when I was checking out, the guy called them. He said, "Oh, you got a champagne mango." I'm like, "Is that what they're called?" Because I didn't remember that, but so I don't really know what these are called. But the regular mangoes were not ripe, so I definitely needed something ripe for today's meal.
Shelby's giving me a stink eye. I think she
Well,
wants to eat.
she's hungry, yes.
So if she starts bark, I apologize.
I'll save that for us to chew on later.
You probably didn't want me to tear that all the way off.
Yeah, but that's fine. We'll put it in the bag. So I think it's just sticky and it goes right back in.
Yeah,
So
my bad.
just make sure there's no yucky lettuce. Just kind of,
No, it's good.
and just pile some right there so that we can add it to our salad. And then I'm going to get the avocado ready. So right now we've got our green onion, our purple daikon, and that's plenty. That's plenty.
It's enough?
Yep. We have and then, you know what, just put some plastic wrap over that and put that away. We have our cucumber and we have our mango. So in the recipe, I think it was just avocado, cucumber, and green onion. But I wanted to zhuzh it up because I just think the more the merrier, right? Now also, I will tell you in the in her recipe, she only used a half an avocado, and this avocado isn't that great, so we're going to stick with that because the avocados, I was hoping to have one that was even more ripe. This will be fine, but if it was riper, I would probably have us each do half. So I'm just scoring my avocado like that, and I'm gonna use a spoon to get out the chunks. You could slice it for sure. And we have all these goodies then. All right, we're almost ready to assemble. Okay.
But I'm gonna toss it one more time.
Yeah. Actually, I think you can keep that out.
Okay.
Because we're ready. I'm just gonna tidy up. And actually, I'm gonna move our these boards so that we can assemble. So I'm gonna take this.
Okay.
You got that? Perfect. See, you're doing great.
Well, I haven't cut my finger off yet, so that's a bonus.
We're really excited you didn't cut your finger off. So the other thing we can add, so this we'll do at the end. I'm gonna get a little spoon for our spicy mayo. And we'll kind of walk through and assemble it together, okay, baby?
That would be helpful because
good?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, it's not, this is like the fun stuff. This is the having fun with your food, right?
It'll be shocking how much better, how much prettier yours is than mine.
Stop. Oh, just stop. Okay. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna use like, I do want it to look nicer. So I'm gonna use, I think, an ice cream scoop for our sushi rice. Oops. Okay. And I will put your rice on just so, let me just taste it. Because, you know, we should always taste things.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. You would think with all of that vinegar that it wouldn't be good, but it's actually, it worked because of sugar and the salt. Okay. So I'm gonna put that in the middle.
Okay.
There we go. Just a tiny bit more. There we go. You know, your wife likes rice, don't I? I'm a bit of a carboholic.
That rice will be gone.
Oh, and by the way, these are the two other things that, so she does mention, Gina does mention putting on top, once we're finished assembling, putting black sesame seeds. Of course, regular would be fine. We happen to have black sesame seeds. You can tell we do a lot of Asian cooking. But I recently, first of all, I feel like cilantro is always a guest in Asian cooking. So I do have some, and it's already washed and ready to go. So I thought some cilantro leaves would be nice. But then I recently bought this. It's sparkling green nori seaweed furikake. I never know how to say that.
Furikake or
Furikake.
Yeah. Looks right.
But so we're gonna sprinkle that on.
So what
it's
is
like
that?
a seasoning. Well, you know how seaweed is rolled in.
Put a little bit in my hand.
You know how seaweed is rolled with sushi. So it like has little bits of that. Has all different kinds of sesame seeds. Oh goodness! So we've got so many yummy things to sprinkle.
You want to taste like?
What?
Seaweed.
Which is supposed to. Okay. So yes, I forget where I found this.
Actually, it tastes like sesame seeds.
Yeah.
And
So we've got that. All right. So why don't we first nestle some lettuce like on one. So what we're doing is we put the rice in the middle, and we're just gonna like put all the yummies all around. You should take more.
Okay.
Yeah, just like I really feel like I like the salad, having some of the greens in my poke bowls. Like the more the merry. Okay, I'll take that one. And then actually, let's make sure we get this because this is the most important. We've done all the marinating. Now the only thing I will say is, will you get this slotted spoon from there, because we don't want to. I don't think we want all that juice.
There we go.
Okay, and then we'll just halvesy this. Agreed?
Yep.
And I'm gonna put that, I'm actually, because of colors, I'm gonna put that right directly across.
It's got great color.
I know, it's awesome. I can't tell if that's half. I think that's half. There you go.
Well,
If it looks like I have more, if it looks like I have more, then I'll share.
Actually, I don't think you took half, but
I think I did. Wait till you get all there, because we can always transfer cube. What smells so good? The soy and everything. And I can sip. Oh my gosh, my ice is almost melted. No, that's yours. All right, so we have our salad, we have our tuna, and then we're just gonna put a little bit of all these. I'm actually gonna get a little spoon because that'll help with the avocado and the mango. So I'm gonna use my hands to take some of the, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. So I'm just gonna take, I like a bunch of the cucumbers, yeah. And then I'm gonna do, bless you. You okay there? They usually come in 3s, right, sweetie?
Yeah, and I have to wash my hands.
All right. Meanwhile, I'm getting mine all put together. Poor guy. Oh, this mango is going to be so good in this. I think Gina would approve.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
I'm behind now.
It's okay. You're good. Oh, I get too much. There you go. So then you just take the rest of those half, because I took half of the mango and half of the avocado. And then I'm gonna do a bunch of this right on top on my rice. Take a few more of these. Who says you can't play with your food, right, bud?
This is kind of cool. It's
Isn't
like
this cool?
it's like a kid's dream.
I know.
Just use your hands to.
Now I'm gonna just drizzle.
What did I miss? Miss this. You didn't get a lot of the mango.
I did actually get a lot of mango. I wish we'd gotten the rest is yours. I wish we'd gotten the edamame. We'll be fine. We've got plenty of yummy. And then I'm just gonna take some of this cilantro and I'm just gonna tear and sprinkle. Oh, this looks so good. What a yummy, light summer dish. Perfect.
All right, this, or did you do the black sesame seeds?
No, I did that. I just did on my rice so it would show up. And while you're finishing, I'm going to take my picture with your camera.
Okay.
You finish yours. No rush. Where's your camera? Oh, it's over here. Okay.
It's over there. So drizzle this everywhere?
Yeah, just drizzle it all over.
It's a lot of pressure here.
You're
I'm
great.
by myself.
No pressure. It's all good.
What am I missing? Oh, that.
All right.
Okay.
That's perfect.
So what'd you do?
Timing.
Just rinse off some, or rip off some of this, right?
Yep. And just, I kind of broke it apart as I was, sprinkling it. I'll bring your napkin and your chopsticks. There you go. And I'm going to actually show the audience how everything looks.
Show them yours. Yours is much prettier.
Oh, stop. So look at that. Deliciousness. Is it showing well?
Yeah.
Okay. All that yummy. We have the
it smells so
spring
good.
mix, the cucumber, the daikon, the marinated tuna, the sushi rice with the however I say that, furikake, whatever, the green onion, mango, and avocado with our drizzle.
And that's mine.
You did awesome. I'm so proud of you. Aw. We're going to do it together more often. Like you're there, but I'm not like putting you to work. And I'm not using a valuable resource.
I don't know how valuable.
You are a valuable resource. Shall we? Should we try
right.
it? Okay. Now this is what's hard because there's so many yummy things here. Like I want to get a little bit of something. A little bit of everything, which will be impossible. So I want to make sure I get, of course, tuna. And I love avocado, so I got to get the avocado there too. Let me see, get that piece. And mango. My goodness. There's no way I'm going to get everything. Oh.
That's really good.
It is so stinking good.
It is good.
Even my shortcut with these already cubed sushi grade tuna.
Yeah. They're really good.
They are really good. Oh my gosh, you gotta try this. And if you, hopefully you have a good place that you can get, you know, some sushi grade sushi, some good sushi grade sushi.
It's a little repetitive.
You know, reliable, like a good fishmonger. But if not, you could do shrimp. You could do crab.
You could do shrimp?
Absolutely.
Raw? Well, I guess
Not
you could.
raw,
Right.
like you
Right.
want to, but like and you might, some people might not actually be into the raw fish.
Right.
So shrimp would be great, crab would be great,
Yeah.
any of that. This is awesome. Gina, Skinny Taste. This is an awesome recipe. I'll make sure and tag you when I
Nice work.
share the pics on Twitter. Thank you.
Good stuff.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And cheers to you. And we hope that, oh, and I have to update you. So we hope that you have a lovely dinner tonight. DS, thank you for joining us. And coming up, let me find my notes. And I don't even know if you know this, because I was talking about this on the watermelon cocktail stream, but he wasn't there. So I don't think you even know this, because I put together my schedule and I haven't shared it with my husband.
boy.
How sad is that?
Keeping
You were busy
secrets.
this week.
Keeping
Do you know what we're
secrets.
doing Wednesday?
I do not.
It's a try or buy.
Okay.
Okay, so we're doing takeout. And we haven't been here in a while. So we've already, we have never done takeout from this place. We've eaten there, but it's been years. Like it's probably been at least 5 years.
Okay.
Maybe, it's probably been about 5 years.
What's the place?
Luke's Lobster.
Oh, no kidding.
So we're gonna try takeout with them.
Really?
And order, and they also have some different lobster rolls I thought we could share and try.
Okay.
Like a traditional one. I know they don't have my favorite style, which is Connecticut style, but they have a traditional style, but they have a couple other twists. And we'll see how they do takeout,
I think
because
the last time we were going to go there, we were driving over from New Jersey, and
yeah, we didn't live in the city
I
yet.
hit somebody. I got in a little crash.
No, because when that happened, we were right in front of the Cherry Hill Mall,
Yeah.
and we did not go into the city.
Right, because I was so mad
Then you
at
didn't
myself that we turned around and went home.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that
that's
was
before we
not a
lived
good
in the
day.
city. So that's Wednesday. So Wednesday's try or buy, and if the time works for you, 6 o'clock. If you need me to push it back, I can push it
Okay.
back. Which is no biggie.
Right.
And then next weekend on Friday evening, you will be away.
I will be away.
He has a guy's trip, which I'm so excited that
Guys'
he has
weekend.
that, because I think that's important. I think it's important for couples to have time
agree.
away with their friends. I think that's good marriage advice and couple advice.
That's right.
So anyways, but I'm going to be doing one of my favorite Giada recipes, and I love a lot of Giada's recipes, Giada De Laurentiis. But one of hers is a great summer recipe. It's lemon spaghetti, and of course you could put shrimp on it. We've had it with shrimp on it. It's just a simple, and I love lemon. A simple, very lemony pasta, great for summer. So
You
that'll
should try
be.
to get Giada to join you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she would. I'm sure she's like, that Philly. I want to join her on her stream this week. I'm sure that's what Giada's
I
thinking.
might just stay home.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Well, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, GS, for stopping in. And for anyone else that's watching, please make sure and like the video, and be sure to subscribe so that you never miss out on any of the streams. We do cooking, cocktails, and sometimes reviews. And until we eat again, have a great weekend. And I hope whatever you're eating is delicious, and whatever you're drinking is delicious as well. Thank you.
See you, everyone.
Bye, everyone.